So today's class will discuss decoder. So basically decoder is a combinational circuit with n number of inputs. You can see here more number of inputs with and 2n number of outputs. Suppose two inputs I am giving, I'll be getting 2 raised to 2, that is 2 power 2 number of outputs. If two number of inputs are there, that means output I'll be deriving 4. But only one output is activated for each one of the possible combination of input. So this line will be clear once we see the block diagram and the truth table that is associated with it. So a n raised to 2n, that is 2 raised to 2 or 2 is to 4. 2 is to 4 decoder is a circuit which has 2 number of inputs and 2 raised to 2 number of outputs. That means n inputs and 2 raised to n number of outputs. So 2 is to 2 square number of decoder, or 2 is to 2 square decoder. So basically the building block or the block diagram consists of 2 inputs that are labeled as A and B, and it derives 4 outputs: Y0, Y1, Y2 and Y3. So for writing the truth table or functional table, this is called as truth table as well as functional table or function table. So inputs are written as A and B, outputs that are derived as Y0, Y1, Y2 and Y3. So what are the possible combination of A and B? 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. That is A bar, B bar, A bar, B, A, B bar, A, B. According to this, we are writing the literal or the top. So accordingly, you can see here for the first output, for getting the output for the first combination of input, that is 0, 0, Y0 is active. Similarly, for the second, 1 is active. For the third is active. For the fourth one is active. So you can see diagonally it is active. So for the first combination of input, Y0 is my output. For the second combination of input, Y1 is my output. And for the third combination of input, Y2 is my output. So for the fourth combination of input, Y3 is my output. So Y0, Y1, Y2 and Y3, among the 4, only one output will be derived according to the combination of these 4. That is, according to the combination of this A and B, the 4 possible combination of input, only one output will be active. So this is how we derive the outputs Y0, Y1, Y2 and Y3. So you can see here, when Y0 equal to 1, what is the possible combination of A and B or inputs? That is A bar, B bar. Similarly, for getting Y1 is high, we should take A bar, B. For getting Y2, we should take A, B bar. For getting Y3 is high, we should take A, B. That is what it is written here. So basic implementation of this 2 to 4 decoder, question will be asked: implement or realize 2 to 4 decoder using basic gates. So this is what we derived from the truth table: A bar, B bar, A bar, B, A, B bar and A, B. So 4 number of AND gates are required. So take the 4 number of AND gates, write the product terms that are being derived, and what are the corresponding input? A bar and B bar. So take the inverted input, that is A bar, take the B inversion, that is B bar. Similarly, accordingly, the inputs are fed for deriving the corresponding Y output. This is how we can derive the decoder output. If it is a next type of decoder, that is 3 is to 8. So n number of inputs. So what is n here? N equal to 3. 3 is to 8 decoder. 3 is to 8 decoder or 3 raised to 2 raised to 3 decoder. How many number of inputs are required here? 3. So let us call that as A, B and C. What are the possible combination of outputs? That is 8. 8 represents 2 raised to 3. How 8 came? Because of 3 number of inputs, we will be deriving 8. Among the 8 possible combination of output, only one output will be active, but we will get any one out of these 8. What are those 8? Y0 to Y7. So write first the inputs A, B, C, then list out Y0 to Y7. That is Y0, Y1, Y2, Y3, Y4, Y5, 6 and 7. Accordingly, list out the inputs starting from 0 to 7. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. As in the 2:4 decoder, the index, suppose Y0. So 0 indicates that the input combination will be 0. So all are 0. Y indicates that input combination will be indicating 1. So 0, 0, 1. This 2 indicates that the input combination will be 2. So 0, 1, 0, it is high. So accordingly, diagonally you can see we are writing 1. It is indicating that this Y0, this 0th index indicates that my input is 0. This 1 indicate my input is 1, and for that one input combination, output will be Y1. Similarly, Y2, for the input combination of 2, Y2 will be high. For the input combination of 3, Y3 will be high. For the input combination of 4, 1, 0, 0, Y4 will be high. For the input combination of 5, 1, 0, 1, Y5 will be high. For the input combination of 1, 1, 0, Y6 will be high. For the input combination of 1, 1, 1, Y7 will be high. This is how we derive the truth table of 3:8 decoder. So if we want to write the logic expression, if we want to implement for this realization of this 3:8 decoder, for the realization of the 3:8 decoder, first we need to write these values. What are these values? Y0. How Y0 came? When Y0, when the output will be only Y0, then you write these things. That is A bar, B bar and C bar. Yes, it is written. Next, come here for Y1. What is the input combination? A bar, B bar and C. Write that A bar, B bar and C. Similarly for Y2, what is the input combination? A bar, B and C. Yes, A bar, B and for Y2. Yes, for Y2, A bar, B, C. A bar, B, C. Similarly for this, for Y2 it is A bar, B, C bar. For Y2, A bar, B, C bar. For Y3, it is, for Y3 it is A bar, B, C. Yes. Similarly, take this example for Y4, it is 4, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. So first one is A, B bar, C bar. Similarly, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, A, B bar, C. 6 is 1, 1, 0, A, B, C bar. 7 is A, B, C. That is how it came, because you can see here Y7, all are 1. A also 1, B also 1, C also 1. If I go for 6, it is A1, B1 and C bar. Yes, A1, B1 and C bar. If I see for 5, it is A, B bar and C. Yes, A, B bar and C. Now, whatever we derive these values of logical expression for the output combination, that is Y0 to Y7, that only will be implementing in basic gates. So write that how many AND gates you need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 0 to 7, 8 number of AND gates we need. So write 8 number of AND gates. Correspondingly write Y0 to Y7, leveling its equal expressions. Y0 equal to A bar, B bar, C bar. Similarly, Y7 equal to A, B, C. After writing that, take the corresponding inputs, that is from either from A or A bar, B or B bar, C and C bar. This is how the 2:4 decoder can be implemented. Yeah, next is sequential circuit. So till now, whatever we learned, it is combinational circuit. They don't have memory element in that. But if we want to include some memory element, what is the need of a memory element? If the present state output depends on the previous state output, then it can be called as it is taking the help of memory, or it is storing the past data or past state data or output. So the digital circuits whose outputs at any instant of time, is depending not only on the present input but also on the past output. So alone producing the output, it is not depending on the present input, rather it is also depending on the past output. So those kinds of circuit are said to be or called to be sequential logic circuits. So sequential logic circuits we are an extra step or an extra element that is contained in sequential logic circuits. What are those? That is the memory block. In addition to the combinational circuit, it is having a memory block in it. In addition to the combinational circuit, it is having a memory block in it. So what is the requirement of this memory block? In digital circuit, for making all different applications of very high switching, we need this memory element. So how it is necessary, or how it is different than sequential logic circuit? One point is that it is having a memory block. In sequential logic circuit, we have memory blocks, so the past output is necessary along with the present input. But in combinational circuit, the output can be determined alone the present state input or present input. So for example, sir, the sequential logic circuits are used for counters, shift registers. So we can see the block diagram here. It consists of combinational circuit, and inputs are supplied to the combinational circuit, and in the feedback path a portion of the output is being fed to the input. How that is possible? That is possible. A portion of the output is fed as input, that is with the help of feedback path. That is the concept of memory element or memory block. So here memory elements are used to form a feedback path. So basic memory block is flip-flop. So the types of flip-flops are SR, JK, and D and T. SR flip-flop and JK flip-flop already we have seen. Master slave JK flip-flop we will learn now. Yes, master slave JK flip-flop. So master slave JK flip-flop, it is one advantage compared to the JK flip-flop. So how it is advantage? We will see that the toggling state of input J equal to 1 and K equal to 1 can be avoided. The toggling state, that is for J equal to 1 and K equal to 1, that can be avoided here. How that is doing? With the help of this master slave concept. So what is that? So continuous toggling of JK flip-flop, that is output as long as clock is active with J equal to 1 and K equal to 1, can be avoided by using this master-slave form. Master-slave form of connecting the two JK flip-flops. That is as shown in the block diagram. So the first flip-flop is acting in master mode and the second one is acting in slave mode. How they are acting in master and slave? By connecting a clock to the first flip-flop, that is basically a JK flip-flop, but the second flip-flop is acting in a slave mode by supplying a inverted clock to that. So whenever master will be high or master will be active, that time the second flip-flop or the slave flip-flop will be off. And whenever the slave will be high, master will be off. Or master is active, slave is off. So at any instant of time, either of master or slave will be active. So this is how we can avoid the toggling of the output stage. So again I repeat, what is the input to the master? Master is taking the input that is from the output of AND gate to the reset input and output of AND gate to the set input along with a clock signal. But the Q that is Q state of slave is being fed to the master's AND gate. Similarly, Q bar of slave is fed to the AND gate of master, that is J AND gate of master. So let us go through the theoretical points. Basically, it is a combinational circuit that is consists of two flip-flops. They are connected in series as we saw. And as I told, first is acting in master mode and second one is acting like a slave mode, which is working on a inverted clock pulse. So master is working on direct clock pulse, but slave is working on inverted clock pulse. So here you can see the output of master is connected as input of the slave. So you can see here the output of master is connected to the inputs of slave, whose output is the output of master is connected to the two inputs of slave, whose output is fed to the input of the master. Yeah, the connection is described. So this is how the output of master is fed to the input of the slave, and output of the slave is fed as to the input of master. So this gives the complement characteristic of JK flip-flop. So we can summarize. The master flip-flop is a positive edge triggered flip-flop, while the slave is a negative edge triggered. So this we can see again from the block diagram. You can see here, this is a positive clock, but here with the help of a NOT gate, the clock is being inverted and fed to the slave. So that is what described in theory. So the master is a positive edge triggered flip-flop, while slave is a negative edge triggered flip-flop. Thus the circuit accepts the input data when the clock signal is high and passes the data to the output on the falling edge of the clock.
But if we recall in the JK flip-flop, what was happening, if both the inputs are 1, then the output is continuously toggling from 0 to 1 or 1 to 0, depending on the previous state input, previous state, the data at the output of the second flip-flop was toggling continuously depending on the previous state output. But here that is avoided, because when the slave is active, the master is inactive. Whenever the slave is active, the master is inactive. Thus, the unwanted toggling can be avoided. How the unwanted toggling is avoided? In the first state, that is when the master is active, that time the slave is inactive, so the data cannot be toggled. But whenever the slave is active, master is inactive, only the output is produced by the active state, that is the master state. But whenever the slave is active, the output can be passed to the past. So this is how we can avoid the unnecessary toggling of the output. So D flip-flop, what is basically a D flip-flop? D flip-flop can be obtained by JK flip-flop. So basically it is also called as D latch or D latch flip-flop. It is also called as D latch or latch flip-flop. So basically you can see here it is having only one input, that is D input, and a clock input. And outputs are its normal output, that is Q, and the inverted output that is Q bar. D flip-flop can be also implemented using JK flip-flop. How? In JK we have two inputs. One is normal input, that is jth input, and the kth input is the reset input or inverted or complemented input. So we can take a direct input from D to J and a inverted input to the kth value. That is implementation of D flip-flop using J and K flip-flop. And as I told, it is a latch. That means it stores or it buffers the input. There is no change of input. Whatever the input is there, that same thing will be produced. So if we write the state table for the D flip-flop, it is, what are the possible combination of D flip-flop inputs? 0 and 1, because we are taking only one input here, only D input. So that two inputs are 0 and 1. But what is the output? That is the present state output, Qn plus 1. Qn plus 1. It depends on the present value only. So what is the present value? Present value is 0. So 0 is not changing, 0 remains 0, 1 remains 1. Whatever you are giving, that same thing only it is producing. So the characteristic table. So this is regarding the state table. That is, state table is the expression of input versus output. That is state table. State table contains input versus output. But characteristic table is different than state table. What is characteristic table? So characteristic table is different than state table. What is the characteristic table contains? It contains a present input, a present state, and an state. So Qn plus 1 is your net state. Qn plus 1 is your net state. Present state means Qn. So present state present state is your Qn and next state is your Qn plus 1. So your next state is not, suppose next state you are resuming the state, actual state of the flip-flop, but this is your previous state. If you consider this as the actual state, this is your previous state. So see, present input and your next input will be same. 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1 and 1. And what are these? These are the present state. Either it takes 0 or 1. For d equal to 0, present state can be 0 also, 1 also. For d equal to 1, present state can be 0 also, 1 also. For d equal to 1, present state can be 0 also, 1 also. But the next state, this next state always takes the present state value. So here my present state input is 0, so output is 0. Here my present state input is 0, so my output is 0. Here my present input is 1, so here it is 1. Irrespective of the present state. So next state output depends only on the present input, because from the truth table we learned that d equal to Qn plus 1. Now I can write the equation of this, that is the characteristic equation. So writing the characteristic equation for the D flip-flop, how I can write? How I can write the characteristic equation? For the next state, I have to see, for writing the equation for the characteristic equation of D flip-flop, that is the state equation. That is also called as characteristic equation or state equation, S-T-A-T-E. State equation or characteristic equation. State equation or characteristic equation. So this is what it is written here. For writing the state equation or characteristic equation, I should see the for which combination of this I am getting Qn plus 1 is 1. So this column is my Qn plus 1, second column is mine Qn, and the first column is mine D. So write that it is D, this is Qn bar. So D and Qn bar. Second one is, for this I have D and Qn. So write that D and Qn. Now simplify this. So D is common in the both the terms. So take D out. So you got D, Qn and Qn bar. So Qn bar, or the formula is A plus AB bar, A plus A bar, A plus A bar equal to 1. So using that, I got, or we will get Qn plus 1 equal to D. I hope you understood. Next we'll see T flip-flop. So T flip-flop is obtained from JK only, but with the help of another input is being a tied input, that is J and K are tied together here and connected to T. It is also called as complementary type. So we'll see why it is called as complementary flip-flop, or how it is called as, and why what it is complementing. We'll see that in due course of time. So let us see the points. A D flip-flop is obtained from JK only by connecting J and K together. So J and K are just connected together and labeled as T. What is the state table of this T flip-flop? That is Qn plus 1 equal to Qn. So your next state equal to your present state. Next state equal to your present state. Qn plus 1 equal to your Qn. Next state is equal to your present state. So let us see what is that. T takes two values, that is 0, 0 and 1, 1. Qn either takes 0 or 1, 0 or 1. So here you can see here these two columns are equal. That is, these two columns are your equal. Qn and your Qn bar are equal. Can you see that? 0, 0, 1, 1. So your J and K are tied together here. So what is the difference we are getting? So your Qn plus 1 is equal to your Qn. For t equal to 0, your Qn and Qn plus 1 and Qn is same. See, for these two input, that is for t equal to 0, your these two are same, 0, 0 and 1, 1. Yes. So this line is satisfied. For the other input, that is for t equal to 1. For t equal to 1, you can see it is being inverted. Why? Because the state table or the truth table say it is Qn bar. That means it is inverted 0 to 1. It is inverted 1 to 0. Here it is equal. It is equal here, right? But here it is inverted. 0 means 1, 1 means 0. So now wherever it is 1, I have to take that as what? Wherever it is 1, I have to write the equation for the state equation or the characteristic equation. So write that T bar Qn. Yes, T bar and Qn. Next line is your T bar and Qn. Next line is your T and Qn bar. Yes, T and Qn bar. So T bar Qn and T Qn bar. It is nothing but the XOR equation of two input XOR equation, right? It is the XOR equation for two input. Two input XOR output, right? So writing that as T XOR Qn. T XOR Qn.